From?
Well, as we mentioned at the last meeting, is that there was a proposal out there. I don't think any of us had time to really look at it, but since last meeting, I think we all have had time to look at it. I did meet with the chief from Lake Forest and Libertyville to discuss it, and based on what I read and what we talked about, I personally find the contract or the proposal unacceptable.
All three of the trustees were asked to and met with Lake Forest and Libertyville's chiefs. I as well went out and sat with them and kind of went through the math, and I just don't know how they get to that dollar amount. I don't think it's a good proposal. It's way too much money, and I indicated that to them, that we would still be interested in discussing things with either and or both. The door is always open to work together, whether contractually or on anything. But the proposal that was submitted to us was in excess of $500,000 a year, and that's just, I don't see the cost savings. And as I mentioned to them, if you use what I call landscaper math, and you take the number of calls that we have, which is 250 roughly, that's under a call a day, I don't see where there's $500,000 in overhead in picking up one call a day. Carl, you have any comments about your meeting with the chiefs?
Yeah, pretty much went along the same lines. Obviously, the first thing, as I looked at it, the price was just really, seemed to be kind of a non-starter. There were a number of, and as I said, it was a very early proposal. There's some tricky bits that would really have to be worked out, right, too, in terms of how ambulance billing would be handled, right, and a few other things along those lines. But in my discussion with him too, I also said, that while our primary concern has to be, directly for our district, Lake Bluff is part of the equation. First of all, 40% of our district is actually in the village, and so we have to take that into consideration. But so there were some things in the proposal too where they talked about what might happen to the station that kind of alluded to that they might be working with Lake Bluff to do something. As I just had, having just seen it, took a quick look at it.
Yeah, I got it about 3 o'clock this afternoon.
I think that the nature of this proposal will probably change quite a bit depending on how this one goes. So right now, it's just stand back and wait and see.
The interesting thing, and I literally looked it over while I was getting ready for the meeting, the one or the most interesting thing in this proposal from Lake Forest to Lake Bluff is when you get to the cost. Mm-hmm. And the cost is to be determined.
Yeah.
So they're not disclosing their dollars and cents of this. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, but the thing that caught my eye, and really, I just quickly was staffing. How are they, how are they going to do staffing? Right. And just what it looked like real quickly was they planned to put staff in that station or this station.
Right.
So that changes everything in terms of this original proposal.
Right. Well, I've indicated to the chiefs that we are here. This board is here. We're willing to listen. We're willing to talk in an ongoing manner. If something comes up that we as a board feel is beneficial to the residents of this community, then we'll take the next step forward and continue to work on things. But this particular proposal, in my eyes, can be put in the file, and it's just way too much money for me to consider approving. All right, does anybody else have any more comments on that?